Hello, my name's Shaun, and this is what happened to me when I acted as a decoy to save my friends in the motion picture Shaun of the Dead. Firstly, once I had the undivided attention of the undead, I had to make sure they kept following me and didn't lose interest. Contrary to recent theories, the living dead are actually very slow moving. This meant that every 50 metres or so, I would have to stop and wait for them to catch up with me. Having done this low-speed Pied Piper routine for a while, I decided to fox those dead pricks by jumping into a skip and hiding for a bit. I counted to 20 elephants, then ran back to the Winchester, secure in the knowledge that I'd given them the slip.
Hello, my name is Diane, and this is what happened to me when I ran out of the Winchester, brandishing my boyfriend's leg as a cudgel in the motion picture Shaun of the Dead. As I cut a sway through the zombie hordes, it dawned on me that I probably didn't have much chance of saving David, as he had been torn into a number of pieces and no amount of first aid training would help. Realising that I was now adrift in a sea of dead people and with no way of getting back to the pub, I realised I had to make good my escape. I scaled a nearby tree and, somewhat overwhelmed by the emotion of the moment, I passed out in its branches. When I came round, I could see that the Winchester had burnt down and the area was completely deserted. Being a cautious old stick, I decided to remain in my tree for several days, living off the remains of my boyfriend's severed leg, just like in that film Alive, which, coincidentally, David and I had been to see on our second date. Although that's only because we couldn't get into Kenneth Branagh's Much Ado About Nothing. After a number of days, I climbed down, and after some investigation, I discovered that the area was under quarantine. The zombies had more or less gone, and everything was pretty much back to normal. I'm now living in Birmingham with my aunt and remain in Christmas card contact with Shaun and Liz.
Hello, I'm Ed, deceased, and this is how I became a zombie and got from the pub cellar to Shaun's garden shed to start my new life as a dead person in the motion picture Shaun of the Dead. When Shaun and Liz went up in the lift, I decided, well, hell, I'm not going to give up without a fight. I fired off my 2 remaining shots, scoring a chin and brain shot respectively. Fortunately for me, the second zombie to fall through was a great big fat fuck, whose prone body provided a temporary barricade as I dragged myself beneath the cellar steps. Shortly afterwards, the army arrived and cleared the building and surrounding area. They did not discover me, however, as I was too weak to call out, having lost almost all of my blood. After a while, I passed away peacefully. A week or so later, Shaun returned to pay his respects, and to his amazement, discovered me bumbling around in the cellar. He tempted me back to his house under cover of the night, using himself as bait, and locked me in the shed, where I've been existing for 6 months, while Shaun puts me through a rigorous training program. I no longer get the urge to eat him, although I wouldn't mind giving Liz a nibble.